Hello and welcome to week 3 of the Push-Up Progression Program, days 1 and 3. Let's progress, shall we? Okay, so the first on the list is wall plyo push-ups. As usual, the closer you stand to the wall, the easier the exercise becomes. So if you're a beginner, stand close to the wall, and if you're advanced, stand away from it. And the same goes with your hand placement on the wall. The further above it is, the more difficult it is. The more easier it is to do. And the further below, the more difficult it becomes, right? So let's get started. Go down as much as possible, lift your chin, push. Four, 5, 6. If you want to make this more difficult, keep your hands down here, keep your legs further away. Try again. There you go. So that's the first set. Now let's take a break for 40 seconds as usual. I'm going to put on the timer. I hope you guys are making a list of all the exercises that you're doing and the progression that you're making. It's very important that you keep a diary or some kind of notes, even your cell phone. You could take notes on your cell phone, the notepad app on your phone, and make note of how you're progressing. Make sure that you keep improving on the number of reps. Here I usually recommend 10 reps or above in wall push-ups or wall plyo push-ups. So aim for that. Okay, and for the next set. Right, one more set of these and then we move on to negative push-ups, right? So how are you feeling with the negative push-ups? Some people usually say that they fall flat on their face. I think someone had commented on the previous video about that. So in such cases, I usually advise them to use something soft for their push-ups. And since it's negative push-ups, you can actually do it on a mattress because you don't need to push off the ground. Only when you push off the ground do you need a hard surface. When you're lowering yourself slowly, you can actually do it on a soft surface. So try a yoga mat, or if that's not enough, try a mattress or even your bed, whatever you lie on. I think it's time for the next set. Yeah, so as I was saying, negative push-ups can be tricky, so make sure that you don't fall flat on your face, and even if you do, keep something soft underneath you so that things become a little better for you, right? And the most important thing, if you're focusing on losing weight, keep your rest between sets as minimum as possible, like what we're doing now. 40 seconds is more than enough. So the more rest you take, the more chances of muscle gain and lesser chances of fat loss, right? So you want both. You want both muscle gain and fat loss. So let's aim for an optimal rest time of around 40 to 50 seconds max, right? So let's go on to the negative push-ups. Okay. In this position, it should be ideal. And fold your legs as usual. Go down slowly. And then get up as you wish. 4 legs, repeat. So if you're an advanced person who's doing this push-up progression program, negative push-ups are not for you. So what you should be doing is full set of push-ups or a full set of knee push-ups, followed by negatives when you go to exhaustion, right? This program that I've formulated is typically for beginners. So if you feel it's too easy, go the traditional way, do push-ups or knee push-ups, and then follow it up with negative push-ups. Typically the same with whatever muscle you work, even if it's pull-ups, it's the same principle. Go to exhaustion and then do negative pull-ups. Okay? So you aim for a minimum of 6 negative push-ups and then finish with the set. If possible, do 8 or 10, right? So let's wait for 40 seconds and let's start the next set. When you finish 2 more sets of negative push-ups, day 1 is completed. After that, we progress to day 3. Okay. So the secret to push-ups is the same as the secret to everything else: persistence and hard work. So if you're going to get up one morning and then feel this is useless, then my friend, you are going to lose the battle. This is like a war, right? I mean, you're continuously at war with yourself, at war with your laziness. So get up and keep moving. Coming to the second set. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. So if it's possible, go up to 10. No issues with that. Start the timer. One more set, guys, then we're completed with day 1. So as I was saying, it's all about persistence and motivation. And the push-up is not just a sign of physical strength, it is also a sign of mental endurance. This is what I keep telling people. Fitness is not just physical strength or the ability to look good, have six packs, get ripped. Fitness is all about physical and mental fitness. And if you're a believer in God, then spiritual fitness also, right? So I'm not going to criticize that or go into that area. It's a really gray area there. So we will discuss mostly on physical and mental fitness. So it's time for the last set. Gear up your mind, not just your body. Here we go. Last set, guys. Come on. Two. 3. 4. 5. 7, 8. Right? So with this we come to the end of day 1. Okay guys, welcome to week 3, day 3 of the push-up progression program. If you're following me or following us up to here, you seriously have an insane amount of dedication, right? So let's proceed with the schedule. Today we'll be going through close grip wall push-ups and ladder push-ups. So you'll need a ladder that is leant against a wall for this exercise. I'll be showing you when I perform it. Let's go. So this is close grip wall push-ups. This is the amount of space I'm going to give between my hands. So this is meant to work more on your triceps rather than your chest, right? We're going to do 5 sets of these. Aim for around 10 to 12 reps. As usual, let's switch on the timer. The same rules apply for the wall push-ups that I did now. The further you keep your feet away from the wall, the more difficult the exercise becomes. And as usual, the lower you place your hands on the wall, the more difficult the exercise becomes. You can do either one to make the exercise more difficult. Just aim for around 10 to 12 reps. And if those 10 to 12 reps are too easy for you, lower your hands, put your legs away from the wall and try again. So now I'll be performing the difficult version of the exercise. Oh man, that was difficult. So as you saw, I was struggling there. Just make sure that you reach near failure by 10 to 12 reps. That's what we're aiming for. And always keep in mind, you're working your arms in this exercise, not your chest. First priority comes to your triceps. You're working this muscle here because you're using this to push back up when you do your push-ups. So you don't just need a strong chest, you need strong triceps. You also need some strong shoulders and a good core, right? So those who are already into yoga would know the importance of having a good core, and I think they can pick up on push-ups a little more easier than other people can. Okay, time for the next set. So when I started this challenge, one of the most common doubts was what kind of a diet should I take with this. So what I usually advise is don't go on any specific diet. Just cut off all the junk food that you're having, like pizzas, burgers, carbonated drinks, alcohol. So once you cut these out, you definitely lose around 4 kg just by cutting those stuff out. If you don't believe me, just try it and see, right? Cut off all sources of unwanted sugar and you'll see what I mean. Okay, 4th set. So we have one more set of this. This is insanely hard if I keep my feet away from the wall. So don't just try it immediately. Keep your feet a little closer, and if you find it difficult, you can keep it further away. And as I said, try to lose a little weight and amp up your muscles a bit by going a little high on protein. If you're a vegan, you can take chickpea for protein, beans, pumpkin and flax seeds, etc. So please don't give excuses that you're a vegan and you can't take protein. You need protein to grow muscle, right? Last set, guys. Okay, now that's that. We'll give another 40 seconds rest and then we go on to what you guys are waiting for, ladder push-ups. Let me adjust the camera meanwhile. Yep, let's start the next set, the next exercise. Level 1 of ladder push-ups. So level 1 is basically doing ladder push-ups at the same height as your shoulder, right? So that's level 1. Level 2 is the next rung below. Level 3 is the one below that. So let's progress to level 1. So for me, level 1 is right here, right? So I hold the ladder at the side, not here, right? I hold it here. And then I perform push-ups as usual. Of course, to make things easier, I can move my feet closer to the ladder. Just aim for 6 to 8 reps because this is really difficult to do, right? So if you're able to do 6 to 8 reps, then kudos, you're pretty strong. Don't forget, don't hold the ladder like this, hold it like this instead. Lower your chest till your chest almost touches the rung of the ladder and then come back up, push back up, right? So this also, just like any other chest or push-up exercise, requires a lot of mental strength. Please, I forgot to switch on the timer. Okay. Right. So always remember, your mind is as important as your body. Never forget the power of the mind. You don't have to be huge to do a huge number of push-ups. You just need a strong mind and a strong-willed body and lots of muscle fibers and, if possible, body fat count on the lower side, right? So let's go on to the next set. We have 2 more sets of this. Level 1, hold to the side, adjust your feet, go down. That's rest for the second set. Timer on. Okay. So what we discussed today was the importance of mental strength and a good diet, which consists of cutting out all junk food and adding more protein in your diet. If you eat meat, make sure that it's lean meat, and please try to take more eggs, at least 6 eggs per day, right? 4 to 6 is my usual amount. And if you're suffering from heart disease, at least take egg whites, right? Egg whites won't harm you. And if you're a total vegan and you can't take egg, then you may think about whey protein, though I'd rather you go for a natural source of protein first and get used to a higher protein intake before you start yourself on supplements, right? Okay, let's start. Last set, guys, come on. And that brings us to the end of day 3 of week 3, right? We have 2 more days left in week 3, and we'll cover that in the next video. All the best, guys, and keep it going. You're doing awesome, right? Don't give up now. I'll be following up, and I'll be motivating you, inspiring you in whatever way I can, right? So stay tuned. Take care.